Hey everyone, I'm here with a quick video on Gary Coleman. Do you remember the actor Gary Coleman? Popular show he was on was Diff'rent Strokes, but he also did some work on the Jeffersons. He also did some work on Good Times. But I think he was very well known from the show Diff'rent Strokes. Well, in 2010, May 2010, unfortunately, he lost his life. And the circumstances upon which he lost his life are a little sketchy. Many of his family and friends blamed his estranged wife at the time, and her name is Shannon Price. So for over 15 years, she has been fighting rumors or speculations that she has something to do with his death. She's been fighting them from the moment that it happened, okay? She's fighting them because when you hear the 911 call, a lot of his friends were like, what kind of wife, friend, or whatever will respond the way she responded when she called 911 about him falling down some steps, perhaps, or just falling down. So more recently, she did a lie detector test on A&E, and the administrators of said test said, girlfriend, you failed. Something is amiss. Something ain't right. And she's claiming foul play from A&E, saying that, you know what, they played her out, that they was more concerned about ratings and versus getting at the truth. So let me go ahead and share screen. But you know what, before I get into this recent story, let me just share a video. Let's go back in time, just a little bit about when she called 911 back in 2010. Let's take a listen. And this is why people are giving her the side eye. Let's take a listen.
A call for help in the small town of Santaquin, here at the home of child TV star Gary Coleman. The caller, Gary's wife, Shannon Price.
I had my husband go make me some food downstairs. He just got home. I heard this big bang. I went downstairs, blood everywhere. I don't know if he's okay.
The time, 12:50 in the afternoon, a week ago Wednesday.
His head is bloody. There's blood all over the floor. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. I just heard this bang and I went down there and he's on the floor. Send someone quick because I don't even know if he's going to be alive because there's a lot of blood on the floor.
Then something odd happens.
Gary, are you okay?
Shannon says she can't help her dying husband because of an aversion to blood.
Can you go to where he is and help him?
He's lethargic. I can't really help him. I just can't be here with the blood. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I can't. And there's blood all over and I can't do anything.
Where is he at now?
On the floor in the kitchen. I've just been kind of sick and, I don't want to be traumatized right now.
Is he conscious?
I don't know. No, he was bubbling at the mouth. I'm gagging. I got blood on myself. I can't deal.
Gary then gets up.
Can you tell him to try and put pressure on the back of his head?
No, we can't. It's all bloody, and I'm not trying to do. He's not with it. I don't want him to die. I'm freaking out really bad. Don't move. Stay there, okay? You have to put this on your head. Whoa. Keep pressure on this, okay? Hold this. Whoa. He's bloody, all freaking over.
Tell him he needs to sit down.
You need to sit down. Sit down. Gary, sit down. What's wrong? Look at the floor. Sit down. Oh, sit down.
So the call is actually longer. Maybe I'll address this in trending topics tonight and do the longer version of the call. I just got to go pull it up. But many of his friends were not happy, and his family members were not happy when they heard that call back in the day, and they blamed her completely for doing something to Gary. So Gary Coleman's ex-wife flunks lie detector tests about actor's fatal fall. Gary Coleman's ex-wife, Shannon Price, took a lie detector test on TV over suspicions she had something to do with the 1980 star's death, and the results, they say, buckle up. The clip ahead, let me see, I might be able to show, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I might be able to show this clip, I'm not sure. Let's see, let's play. I'll wait till it kind of skips that commercial. Let's see if I'll be able to show that. So they said, catch a clip ahead of Thursday's premiere of A&E's Lie Detector Truth or Deception, where ex-FBI agent and polygraph pro George Olivo tells Shannon she flunked two of his key questions, with the results indicating some level of deception. I think I got to reset that in order for it to come up. Shannon, for her part, stays cool as a cucumber, so much so that George repeats his finding and asks if she has anything to say. Her response, calmly calling his results false. But George was all business, telling her flat out he didn't think she was fully honest during a polygraph exam, and he's 100% convinced there's more to the story of Gary's demise. Shannon, who took the polygraph test in January, was also asked if she ever struck Gary during their relationship and whether she intentionally decided to withhold help from Gary. Now, wait, hold on. Let's go back up and look. Let me go back a little bit.
These are the results on the critical questions.
Correct. The exam had to do with Gary's fatal fall.
Okay.
I asked you the following relevant questions on this test. Did you physically cause Gary's fall?
Mm-hmm.
You answered no.
Right.
I also asked you, did you physically cause Gary to fall that day? And you answered no.
Okay, wait, I think I got to split it up so we won't get dinged. So I'll come back to it and show some more. She's false, but George was all business, telling her flat out he didn't think she was fully honest during the polygraph exam, and he's 100% convinced there's more to the story of Gary's demise. Shannon, who took the polygraph test in January, was also asked if she ever struck Gary during their relationship and whether she intentionally decided to withhold help to Gary when he fell. The results of her answer to those questions were inconclusive. You may recall Shannon's possible role in Gary's 2010 death has been a hot topic for years, though she was never charged with anything. But with these new results, we'll see if the plot thickens and if the case stirs up fresh interest. In a statement to TMZ, Shannon addressed the polygraph exam. We were extremely disappointed with the overall experience of both the polygraph testing and dealing with A&E. Many promises were made and not kept. The testing situation was unfair and very uncomfortable, and the testing was performed non-verbally, which I should have refused. From the beginning, it was apparent they cared more about ratings than finding the truth. Well, I think that's what all of these people have to understand when they agree to do these things, and that it's a show. Their interest is their ratings, not you. Let's listen to a little bit more of this.
And the results are, you failed that exam with deception indicated to those relevant questions. Let me say that again. You failed the exam regarding Gary's fall. What are your thoughts?
That's false.
She doesn't seem to be moved. I don't know what to think of her. I never knew what to think of her when they first got married, because when they first got married, although he struggled because he was a childhood star who accused his parents of utilizing all his money and spending all his money, he went through bouts of being broke and destitute. So I don't know, many people speculated she married him because of who he was versus for what he was. So I don't know what she might have gotten out of this marriage or not, but she just never, even back in 2010, I remember when this happening, she just never seemed to be moved by any of the situation and the circumstances around the fall. Let's go ahead and just finish listening to this.
Two things I know for sure, Shannon. One, you were not completely honest with me yesterday during this polygraph session. And two, the other thing I know that's 100% certain is that there is more to this story that hasn't been told.
Well, of course there's more to the story, because she doesn't really give a whole bunch of details she never did. Like, how did he fall? Why she didn't go down there sooner? Why she wasn't willing to help him? I don't care if I am afraid of blood or not. If it is my family member, it's my husband, I'm going down there. I'm putting pressure on their wound. I'm going to figure this thing out, and I'll deal with my fears later. I will rise above my fears for my family member. But listen, guys, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. If you are a subscriber, welcome back, everybody. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think his ex-wife, his estranged wife, now widow, had something to do with his unaliving, his fall? Or do you think she's innocent and legit she's afraid of blood? And when she went down there and saw all that was going on, she did call 911. Now, the time frame of which she called and from when he called, we'll probably never know. But she at least did call 911. Chat with me. I'll chat back. Hit the like button, people, and I'll see you on the next video.